What's up everybody, and welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing Wagon, Uncut, and Unfiltered. This one's coming out of the Nevada H&C Distilling Company. It comes in at 57.79% ABV, and this batch here is batch 135A, and it was bottled in February 9th, 2022, so it's a newer batch. And it's good to be back on the channel. I took a little break, it's been about 3 weeks since I last filmed my last episode, and I just needed some time, been working out and just been taking some time to myself, and so it was nice. My palate's completely reset. I haven't had a drop of whiskey in 3 weeks, so it's a good amount of time, so everything's gonna be like brand new to me. Everything, my palate, like I said, is refreshed, and it's just good to be back making episodes, and should be more consistent from now on, probably back to my weekly episodes. So but anyways, going back to this, so this one, like I said, is batch 135A, so it's a newer batch. Some of the older batches, they started switching to the clear glass because I think they ran out of the dark bottles, and so they had to switch to the clear bottles, and a lot of people kind of were not upset, but they prefer the dark bottles, which I prefer too. I think it just looks better. It just makes it look better, so I'm glad they switched back to the dark bottles. And I also have I reviewed the small batch on my channel before. This one is 100 proof, so 50% ABV, which is an excellent bottle. I always enjoy it. It's like probably more than halfway gone, and it's a go-to for me. I really enjoy this one. So let's get into this one. I'm super excited for this one. So I've had this one open for, I think it's been about over a month now, or about a month since I've had it open. So, and I've only gone into it maybe like 2 times, and like I said, it's been like 3 weeks since I've had a drop of whiskey, so I'm super excited to get into this one. All right, on the color, it's like a dark gold color. It's definitely darker than the small batch. It has a darker color, completely, it's clinging to the glass pretty good. The legs are barely starting to form and come down slow now. So let's get into the nose. So on the nose, the first thing that really pops up and super prominent on the nose is orange citrus note. That orange citrus note really comes out. It's not hard to decipher or pick up. And by the way, this is distilled in Indiana, so I know they started distilling their own whiskey, their own bourbons recently. I don't know about recently, but I think they're already aging their own bourbons, but I think they're still, because it says distilled in Indiana, so they're still sourcing from NGP, which is not a bad thing. They're transparent about it. They're not hiding it. So, and then they age it in Las Vegas, so nothing wrong with that. But on the nose, it smells a lot. It has a lot of similarities to the small batch, but everything's just completely amped up. So I'm getting that orange citrus note. I'm getting a bit of rich caramel. There's a nice char note that's really prominent as well. There's a little bit of vanilla coming through, and a lot of pepper. So yeah, there's a lot going on in here. I wouldn't say this smells like super sweet. It doesn't smell fruity, but what you're getting here is very balanced and very inviting on the nose. But you get these, more. It leans more towards rye notes instead of like anything else. But yeah, this is a straight bourbon whiskey. So, but yeah, I think what really stands out the most is the orange citrus note and the pepper and the char note. And like I said, the caramel comes in there. It's very rich, and a little bit of vanilla. But let's go to the palate. Cheers. Wow, that's nice. So for as long as I haven't had a drop of whiskey, like I said, it's been 3 weeks. I can't even tell, you know, this is uncut, unfiltered, and I can't even taste any alcohol. It's just a testament to their crafting and what they're doing over there, because very, very balanced, and everything that I got on the nose, it transferred to the palate. That orange citrus note really, really shines through on the palate. And then that it finishes with like a nice, it's like a heavy, deep, like char note, which is, you know, maybe some people might be put off by that, but to me, it like completes the experience, because I feel like it's not just one dimensional. It just brings a lot towards the back end of the palate, and towards the finish. So that pepper came through also towards the mid to the back of the palate. And then towards the front, like I said, that orange citrus with the little bit of caramel and vanilla. It's just a really nice experience. Not bad for my first pour in 3 weeks. And, you know, I can't really taste any alcohol, so that's really nice. I'm gonna go for another one. Yeah, this is like almost like a orange, like creamsicle. It's like that orange citrus. It's like coming through like very creamy, and then right after that I get some of that caramel, and then a little bit of vanilla, and then it just, that finish is what does it for me, with that pepper and the char, the heavy char note. It's really, really, really nice. I really enjoy it. I'm really glad I picked this one up. And retail on this is, it depends on your area, because I know a lot of people, I've seen where they paid like 70, sometimes 75, 80. But me, I was lucky enough, when I was in Phoenix, I picked this up for, I think it was right around this $62 mark. So I think I got a good deal on this, and like I said, it's a newer batch, and I really like where they're going, because I think this one's better than the previous batch that I had. It was an older batch of the Uncut Unfiltered, so super enjoyable. So since this is a higher proof Uncut Unfiltered, like I said, I want to add a little bit of water to this and just see what happens to it. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a few drops there, and just want to see what it does to it. If you guys have tried this before, or if you have a different batch, or if you have the same batch, just let me know what you think of it, because I'm really enjoying this, especially for the price. All right, let's go to the nose. Ooh, I don't think I like having it with the water in here. I feel like that alcohol, at least on the nose, I feel like the alcohol now is spiking, and it's coming through on the nose. I feel like all the other notes I was getting without the water is still there, but now they're kind of tamped down, and the alcohol is what's coming through the most. So I don't enjoy it on the nose now. Let's go to the palate. As far as the palate, I feel like it's kind of the same. I don't think the alcohol is coming through on the palate. It did come through more on the nose, but on the palate, I feel like all the creamy orange citrus note that I was really digging and that I was getting, it's kind of like muted, and now I'm getting more of like an oaky, that deep char note, but now I'm getting like not a bitter oak, but it's not a sweet oak, and that's what I'm getting more, like an oak with the char note, and the pepper kind of went away. So whatever the water did to it, it's not for me. I don't feel like it made the whiskey better. I feel like it made the whiskey not as enjoyable. It kind of diminished it a little bit. So as far as my personal preference, I really wouldn't add water to this, just because like it's so amazing. It's a great bourbon without the water. So I just prefer it without the water. But Yeah, I'm gonna give this an A plus. They're doing great things. I feel like every batch I've had, from the small batch to the uncut, unfiltered, and anytime they come out with a different batch, I feel like it just gets better, you know. And that's the beauty of these different batches that they release. You know, they're different barrels, so you know, you might get something that you don't like maybe, and then you try a different batch and it might be the one for you. So that's the beauty of it. So I'm gonna give this an A plus, and I really enjoyed it. So if you guys like my content, remember to smash that like button, remember to subscribe. You guys can catch me on Instagram at Legit Whiskey Reviews, and keep it legit and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.